Hey Lakers fans, today we need to talk about the state of this roster and what the team might look like as the season progresses. Right now, the Los Angeles Lakers have a clear set of players who are absolutely essential and should remain core pieces. And then there are others who, as much as we may like them or hope for a turnaround, just don't fit the team's current needs or long-term vision. It's early in the season, and anything can happen. Sometimes a player surprises everyone and suddenly looks indispensable. But based on what we've seen so far, there are several players the Lakers would probably be better off moving if the right opportunity presents itself. Let's start with Rui Hachimura. Rui has shown a lot of growth and adaptability since joining this team. He's developed into a versatile scorer who can operate off the ball, hit catch-and-shoot threes, create his own shot when needed, and even slash to the basket effectively. At one point, he was among the league leaders in scoring through cuts and slashes, which is impressive. On any given night, he could be a difference maker, the type of player who elevates the team's performance in crucial moments. In a vacuum, keeping Rui would make sense. He's talented, reliable in scoring, and fits multiple roles. The problem is that the Lakers roster has a very specific set of deficiencies that Rui doesn't address. They need perimeter defense, athleticism, and two-way players who can consistently impact both ends of the floor. Rui simply doesn't provide that defensive presence, nor does he offer the athleticism that the team requires to compete at the highest level. Because of this, despite his offensive skills and his capacity to perform at a high level, Rui becomes a very valuable trade asset. His contract and versatility make him attractive to other teams, whether as a bench contributor or potentially even as a starter. It's not about trading him just to trade him, but if the Lakers can find a move that addresses their deficiencies while obtaining a solid return, Rui is the logical piece to consider moving. Now, beyond Rui, there are other players whose futures with the Lakers are equally uncertain. Gabe Vincent, for example, is a player who can be impactful, but injuries and inconsistency have limited his contributions. When he's on the court, he can make a difference, but he's too small and too unpredictable to address the team's pressing needs in perimeter defense and two-way play. His hot and cold performances, combined with physical setbacks, make him a player the Lakers might consider moving if it means creating roster flexibility and addressing core deficiencies. Dalton Knecht is another example. He's a young player who, despite having numerous opportunities from summer league to the regular season, hasn't been able to consistently deliver. It's tough to watch because you want to see young talent succeed, but his inability to find his rhythm and contribute reliably has reached a point where the only real chance for him to reset might be with another team. If he's moved, it's not necessarily about extracting maximum value, but it's about providing him a better chance to thrive elsewhere, while the Lakers focus on pieces that fit their immediate competitive needs. Maxi Kleber presents a different kind of problem. His talent is evident when he plays, and he has a clear understanding of his role. He can space the floor, hit shots, and operate effectively within the system. But the issue is availability. You cannot build a reliable rotation around a player who cannot be counted on to consistently participate in games. The Lakers need players they can trust night in and night out, especially in key moments and critical stretches of the season. Unfortunately, Maxi's injury history and inconsistent availability make him a candidate for a potential move if it aligns with team strategy and roster balance. It's easy for fans to react and ask, who would want these players? Or why trade someone who has potential? But trades in the NBA are rarely as simple as evaluating the names on the back of jerseys. Teams have numerous factors in mind when orchestrating moves, from salary considerations to roster fit, to player development trajectories, to chemistry and opportunity for improvement. Sometimes a trade is about clearing space for a better fit elsewhere or moving contracts in a way that improves flexibility. Other times, it's about giving a player a fresh start where their skills can be maximized. The Lakers, like all teams, operate in a landscape where the value of a trade is determined not just by immediate production, but by how a move aligns with broader strategy, financial structure, and long-term goals. This becomes especially relevant when considering expiring contracts. The Lakers, at this stage, have several expiring deals that could be leveraged to make trades appealing to other teams, particularly those looking to shed salary or retool their roster. Teams that are struggling or underperforming are often desperate to create financial and roster flexibility, which can make them open to exchanges that might otherwise seem unlikely. By moving players like Rui, Gabe Vincent, Dalton Connect, or Maxi Kleber in the right scenario, the Lakers can not only address weaknesses, but also position themselves to acquire pieces that complement the existing core, specifically by bringing in players who provide defense, athleticism, or two-way capabilities. The first few games of the season have already highlighted the team's ongoing struggles with athleticism and perimeter defense. Even in moments when the Lakers look solid offensively, their defensive lapses and lack of speed on the wings continue to be apparent. No single player can fully remedy this, but by strategically adjusting the roster, the Lakers can incrementally improve in these critical areas. Rui, despite his offensive versatility, doesn't change the defensive equation. Dalton Connect may have flashes of shooting brilliance, but inconsistent performance means the Lakers cannot rely on him to close out games or maintain stability. Maxi Kleber, when healthy, can contribute meaningfully, but his availability issues prevent him from being a cornerstone solution. The broader lesson here is that roster construction in the modern NBA goes far beyond evaluating players solely on talent. It's about fit, timing, contract structure, flexibility, and the ability to address multiple needs simultaneously. The Lakers are constrained not by lack of talent, but by how that talent aligns with the team's pressing gaps. Expiring contracts, young players who might flourish in new environments, and veterans with untapped potential all represent pieces that can be strategically moved to strengthen the roster as a whole. Finding the right combination is critical, and the early season provides insight into which players are likely to remain central and which might be more valuable as trade assets. Looking ahead, the Lakers are likely to be active at the trade deadline, both as players willing to make moves and as a team other franchises monitor closely. Teams in need of salary relief, roster adjustments, or a change of pace for underperforming players will look at the Lakers' expiring deals and rotational flexibility with interest. Moves don't have to involve superstar-level players. Even mid-level contributors can be leveraged to create meaningful roster upgrades or to acquire future assets. The key is identifying trades that not only make sense financially, but also improve the team in areas where it has been lacking. Defensive versatility, perimeter coverage, and consistent two-way impact. Even with all these considerations, it's clear that the Lakers have core players who are unlikely to be traded. Austin Reeves, for example, has been performing exceptionally, and while nothing in the NBA is completely untouchable, his contributions make him a player the team would likely want to keep. Meanwhile, others, particularly those struggling with fit or consistency, must be evaluated with a combination of patience and pragmatism. The team's success will hinge on maintaining the right balance between keeping essential contributors, leveraging tradable assets effectively, and ensuring that any roster adjustments bring tangible improvement to both ends of the floor. As we continue to watch the Lakers navigate this early stretch of the season, it becomes clear that the decisions made around the roster in the coming months will define the trajectory of the team. The reality is that while some players provide moments of brilliance, the Lakers are looking for consistency, especially in areas where they have been historically thin. Perimeter defense, athleticism, and two-way impact remain top priorities. The first few games have only reinforced these needs. Even when the team executes well offensively, there are recurring issues on defense that cannot be overlooked. Opponents are able to exploit mismatches on the wings, and the lack of consistent lateral movement and speed has shown up repeatedly. This is why moves involving players like Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, Dalton Connect, and Maxi Kleber are more about fitting the bigger puzzle than about individual talent alone. Rui Hachimura, despite his offensive evolution and ability to create scoring opportunities both off the ball and on drives, does not solve the Lakers' defensive deficiencies. His versatility on offense is undeniable, but in a league that increasingly values switching defenders, perimeter pressure, and the ability to guard multiple positions effectively, his limitations become more pronounced. This makes him arguably the most valuable tradable asset on the team. Finding a trade that maximizes his offensive skill set while simultaneously allowing the Lakers to address defensive gaps could shift the team from being good to championship level. It's a delicate balance, because trading a player of his caliber requires a return that is not just immediate, but sustainable over the course of the season. Gabe Vincent represents a different challenge. His game can be impactful, particularly when he is healthy and hitting shots, but his inconsistencies make him a less reliable option in the Lakers' rotation. The team is searching for players who can consistently contribute on both ends of the floor. Vincent's inconsistency and injury history mean that even if he has talent, his presence on the court does not provide the level of assurance that the Lakers require in critical moments. Moving him could open up minutes for younger players or allow the Lakers to acquire someone who better matches the defensive and athletic profile the team needs. Dalton Knecht and Maxi Kleber both highlight the unpredictable nature of player performance. Knecht has shown flashes of scoring ability, but these moments are too sporadic to build a stable rotation around. Kleber, when healthy, is reliable and smart within his role, yet availability has been the primary concern. The Lakers cannot afford to have key minutes fluctuate due to recurring absences, particularly when the team is aiming to compete at the highest level. Both players could find new opportunities elsewhere, and in return, the Lakers could bring in pieces that better match the team's immediate and long-term objectives. The trade market in the NBA is complex, and the Lakers are well-positioned to leverage several factors in their favor. Expiring contracts, young players with untapped potential, and veterans who may thrive in a different environment all provide flexibility. Teams across the league are constantly seeking ways to improve or adjust, whether through salary relief, acquiring draft picks, or bringing in players who fill specific roles. The Lakers' roster configuration, particularly the presence of expiring contracts and versatile but mismatched talent, creates a scenario where thoughtful trades could enhance both the present and future outlook of the team. The key to successful transactions lies in timing, context, and strategy. It is not just about moving players for the sake of change. It is about making moves that enhance the roster in meaningful ways. A trade must address existing gaps, maintain competitive balance, and ideally create opportunities for players who fit the system and the coaching philosophy. The Lakers have limited high-value assets outside of their expiring contracts, which makes these players even more critical in trade discussions. A well-executed deal could allow the team to add athleticism, defensive capability, or additional scoring depth without sacrificing core contributors who are essential to the championship pursuit. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on. Los Angeles is buzzing with what could be the most shocking NBA news in years. Rumors are swirling that the Lakers are on the verge of a blockbuster double signing, none other than Kevin Durant and Bam Adebayo. Sources close to the organization hint that both superstars are seriously considering the move to Hollywood, and if it happens, it would send shockwaves throughout the league. Durant, a scoring machine and one of the most feared forwards in NBA history, has reportedly expressed interest in joining a team with immediate championship aspirations. Meanwhile, Adebayo, known for his defensive prowess and relentless energy in the paint, could provide the Lakers with the perfect complement to Durant's offensive firepower. Imagine the synergy: Durant stretching the floor with his lethal shooting while Adebayo dominates the boards and protects the rim. It's the type of combination that could redefine the Lakers' identity overnight. Fans are already buzzing on social media, speculating about how head coach Darvin Ham would integrate such talent. Would this mean a full rebuild around Durant's superstar status? Could Adebayo finally reach the Western Conference Finals after years of near misses with Miami? The possibilities are endless, and the Lakers' front office is reportedly leaving no stone unturned. Sources claim internal meetings have been intense but productive, hinting at a level of urgency reminiscent of the Showtime era. Of course, nothing is official yet. Contract negotiations, salary cap considerations, and the delicate balance of star egos all remain obstacles. But insiders suggest that Durant's desire to chase another ring and Adebayo's hunger for playoff glory could align perfectly with the Lakers' ambitions. If even half of these whispers prove true, Los Angeles could be staring at a summer blockbuster that rivals any free agency saga in recent memory. For now, Lakers fans are left to dream. Purple and gold courts dominated by Durant's silky jumper and Adebayo's thunderous dunks. Could the Lakers finally assemble the ultimate super team? If these rumors hold, the NBA landscape is about to change forever. Keep your eyes peeled. This is a story that might just explode before the season even begins. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.